Hi, I'm Ken. Welcome to part 4 of my channel. Today I'm going to be discussing about the importance, the significance of biblical faith. In 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5, the Apostle Paul says this. He says, examine yourselves to see if you are in the faith. Now he's speaking to Christians here, to the church. Examine yourselves to see if you're in the faith. Prove yourselves. Know yourselves that Christ dwelleth in you, lest you be reprobate. Now, I draw a conclusion from that statement that if I'm a churchgoer, there is a possibility I could go through all the motions of Christianity, doing all the Christian stuff, speaking Christianese, using all the Christian jargons and buzzwords and cliches, and yet not be in the faith that pleases God. I hope I have your attention. I'm just saying, there is that possibility. This is why I ended part 3 with the test. What is the dominant thoughts of your mind concerning yourself? How do you judge yourself? What is the dominant confession of your mouth concerning yourself? How do you judge yourself? Is it your sinfulness in Adam or your righteousness in Christ? And it can only be the one or the other. It can't be both. You need to understand that. Now let's look at biblical faith. Hebrews 11:1 says, now, notice now, present continuous tense, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. In other words, faith understands, it operates totally in the unseen realm of God's economy. In the unseen realm of God's economy. You need to understand that. The sense realm doesn't work like that. In fact, in verse 3, we see that faith has an understanding. There's an understanding how that realm works. Now, in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, the Apostle Paul says that the natural man, or the mind of the natural man, cannot understand the things of God. For the things of God are spiritually discerned, comparing spiritual with spiritual. The natural mind immediately takes that which is spiritual and lowers it down to the natural mind's standard, and it corrupts it, and it says, yes, but. To whatever God says. If God says you're righteous by faith in Christ, the natural mind, the religious natural mind, would say, yes, that's true, brother, but provided you don't sin anymore, provided you stop sinning, provided you stop doing this, provided you do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you've got to understand the natural mind, according to Romans chapter 8, is at enmity with God. The carnal mind is at enmity with God. It's diametrically opposed to the way of God, to the way of faith, diametrically opposed. The natural mind, the carnal mind, would answer that question of part 3 and emphatically, categorically say, I identify with my sinfulness which is in Adam. Why? Because there's an affinity with the flesh, with Adam, straight away. Whereas the man of faith, the spiritual mind, would immediately be inclined towards Christ and confess what Christ confesses about me and say, I identify with my righteousness which is in Christ and in him alone, by faith alone. I hope you understand. Now in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 13, it says this, we, having the same spirit of faith. The word spirit means the mental attitude or the mental disposition of faith. We believe and therefore we speak. In other words, biblical faith, that of the spiritual man, has a confession. It has a language, and it definitely doesn't sound like that of the natural man. Definitely not at all. It sounds like what God says about you. In fact, it's in agreement with what God says about you. It speaks. We have the same spirit of faith. We believe, therefore we speak. Can you understand what biblical faith is? Verse 18 continues. We'll see that that same biblical faith, which speaks, that has a confession, also has a focus. Verse 18 continues, looking not to that which is seen, according to natural man, but to that which is unseen, according to God. For that which is seen is temporal. It will pass away. But that which is unseen, here it comes, is eternal. It abides forever. Which is what? Ecclesiastes 3:14. What God does is forever. You can't add to it, neither can you take away from it. It's a perfect, complete work. And that's what biblical faith focuses on. The finished work of Christ. The complete and perfect work of Christ. It's called the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus. That's what biblical faith focuses on. In 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7, just 7 verses further, the Apostle Paul says this, for we, the believer, the church, walk by faith, not by sight. In other words, he draws a clear line between the two realms. The realm of the natural man, the realm of the sense realm, or the realm of the flesh, and that of the realm of the spirit, the realm of faith, the realm of God's unseen economy. And he said, no. I walk in this realm. I speak in this realm. I speak the language of this realm. And I focus on the focus of this realm and this realm only. I hope you've got it. I hope you understand. That's it. There's a clear. Hebrews 11:6 says, without faith, by the way, in other words, walking in the faith realm, it's impossible to please God. Romans 14 verse 23 says, that which is not of faith is sin. So there's no compromise between the two. One foot in this realm and one foot in that realm. No. In fact, funny enough, it's written in the context of religious activity. That which is not of faith is sin. The scary part, and here's a warning, is in James chapter 1. If you're going to vacillate between the two realms, one foot in the realm of the flesh and the other in the realm of the spirit, you toss to and fro. The Apostle James says you're like a wave of the sea. And then verse 8 says, double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. In all his ways. Not some of his ways, all his ways. That's scary, scary stuff. So make a decision. Decide which realm you are living in. Is it the realm of the unseen realm of faith, which has the righteousness of God confession, or the realm of the flesh, the realm of man, which has your sinfulness in Adam confession? Which one is it going to be? You can't be both. I hope I've got your attention. If you think so, if you think this is a value-add content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Hey, and listen, share it with as many people all over the world as you can. I'll see you next time with more bite-sized chunks. God bless.